He urged her not to overthink it, suggesting she could view the situation purely as finding a temporary partner for certain needs, promising to keep it a secret from his sister. She demanded to know his motivation, dismissing the lack of a reason and refusing his proposal without an emotional connection, accusing him of treating her like an object. He told her to stop feigning innocence, questioning if all men could truly control their desires, but he insisted that he was capable of restraining himself. He noticed her hesitation and wondered if something was bothering her. She questioned if he had considered the potential feelings of his own sister. He dismissed her concerns, claiming he was a man entirely out of her league. She mentally cursed his manipulative tactics, wondering if he feared divine retribution for his deceptive act and ridiculing his supposed righteous behavior. 30 minutes later, she thanked him for driving her home from work. He explained his worry about her walking home late, yet she privately viewed him as the worst kind of person, a massive pervert. He feigned offense at her accusation, challenging her to elaborate on when he had ever acted like a pervert. She teasingly repeated the word pervert directly to him. He asked if that meant he had passed the test perfectly, which she immediately denied knowledge of. He pressed the issue about the test that occurred that evening. He pondered if Li Xiao was unaware of Li Meng's evening test, suggesting Li Meng might have been serious, which he found intriguing, noting the sisters' different paths. He let out a small laugh, prompting her to ask why he was suddenly smiling, to which he simply replied he was thinking of something pleasant. She wondered if taking her home brought him such joy, but their conversation was cut short by her sister's sudden return, who questioned why Xin Yuan was with her. He mentally compared the sisters, noting Li Meng's height and figure contrasted with the counselor's slightly shorter stature and fuller chest, before the counselor dismissed his observations as showing off. It seemed Xin Yuan had not disclosed any details to the older sister. The sister warned Xin Yuan not to fool around, but he insisted he was being straightforward. The women tried to delay him, citing her exhaustion after a long, busy day. She expressed her disbelief, realizing the smile in the car had been due to his intentions for the night. She affectionately scolded Xin Yuan for being mean. 20 minutes later, he asked if she was satisfied and ready for him to leave. As it was nearly midnight, he announced his intention to stay, but she emphatically refused, citing that she had already helped him enough. He declared he would sleep on the sofa, making it a final decision, as he was exhausted. He observed that the counselor seemed to be already asleep, worn out from the day, before she suddenly questioned if he was still awake. He found it interesting that the sister-in-law had genuinely left the door unlocked. She gasped in surprise, asking what he was doing, to which he only told her to be quiet. She was shocked that he had actually come in, and he countered by asking why he wouldn't when she left the door unlocked. She desperately claimed her earlier words were impulsive and meaningless, but he firmly stated that he had already taken them seriously. She let out a small, muffled sound. He noted how loudly she was reacting even though he hadn't fully entered, calling her his sister-in-law. He found her attempts to suppress her voice endearing. Her breathing grew heavy, and she called out his name. He paused, prompting her to whisper that he should proceed. He challenged her to beg him first, and she softly pleaded. Her muffled sounds intensified.